Richtech Robotics is in a very strong spot. We have seen the stock price over the course of the past few days break over and defend that $3 level with a very nice range. Now pressing with the indecision doji candle, ending a multiple green push with volume to that breakout level. Will we see the bulls break out of this very obvious daily bull flag structure and see the upside back towards $6, $7, $8? Or are the bears going to push stock price down back towards this 3 or even lower dollar levels? We're going to start on the weekly, guys, as always, to get a very long-term perspective. Where is stock price? What is stock price doing? What should we be focused on moving forward? Clearly noted within this technical chart, we have seen a big downtrend into that consolidation, breaking over the top, revisiting that initial downtrend, then forming into a very tight structure where stock price essentially bids within a battle between the sellers and the buyers. The buyers march up for multiple months at a time, forming these higher lows, and the sellers reject within these lower highs. This is a very tight compression once broken above. Did see that ultimate upside, squeezing back towards that 750 level. Since then, having a really big reversion. Right, the bears have stepped in with a very strong presence at this topping tail, pausing for about 4 or 5 weeks here, coming down, appearing to maybe get the bounce on this hammer candle, showing maybe, hey, this is the next reversion to push up higher, and ended up showing a big reversal sign, kind of jolting back over that, giving a fake breakout over that high, ended up giving a bearish engulfing, pressing down towards $3. Over the course of the past 4 weeks, you have seen a very strong candlestick structure. We are looking at a morning star reversal, guys, and that's, in the most simplest essence, a strong downside into an indecisive chop, and then a strong upside right back towards that level. Typically, from this point in time, you will see a big upside movement occur. Clearly, what we've seen over the past week, right? This very strong downside into this indecisive doji candle, then getting the next upside, pushing back the next week with a very explosive upside. And this is a little bit of a more variance one, as technically this candle isn't as big as this relative downside, but nonetheless, it's the momentum, guys. It's not an exact technical playbook. It's the momentum in psychology. And we did see that ultimate reversion with these -4 red weeks, pushing down from $7.40 to $3. Ultimate dip here. A lot of these top ticker movers, including APLD, have seen very strong bounces. Right, going to a lot of these top ticker names, a lot of them did pull back in unison, jumping back to RR. And from the weekly analysis, we've seen that green momentum continue to play out. Over the course of the next few weeks, we should expect to continue to see that play out. And if we don't see that strong upside, more likely than not, you are going to see stock price give that pause week. Right, very common phenomenon with a strong stock like this, giving a strong reversion. Stock price have a doji candle, hammer candle, some form of a consolidation, just feeling out, getting energy, maybe some more, of a small pullback here. But all in all, we are leading in the right direction for a strong future for chart here from Richtech Robotics. We'll continue to track and analyze this week after week. Now in the daily analysis, and this is very good for the medium term of things. We're continuing to see a pattern that's playing out right now that will likely depict where stock price goes within a very big breakout or breakdown. Consolidation structure here, just getting tight within this descending channel here. Breakout, descending channel, another strong push up right around the $3.50 level. Breakout to $7.50. Trying to get that same exact momentum here, end up topping out over here. And now we're formed in a more long-term one of these structures. When you look at the current candle psychology, in the most simple way, we have seen a big movement, almost literally, from here to here. Now leaving these obvious highs that, if you connect the dots, does line up within a very obvious bull flag structure. So if we do see the ultimate upside at this level being $4.80, ultimately getting over that $5 psychological level, which is placed 20 cents over that, you should see that more long-term movement to break with a very nice upside, leading perhaps back towards these levels of even $7, $8. It does appear the most likely situation as of right now. Are you going to see a boom, big breakout, push to $5.50, $5.70, $6, making a nice movement up within the next week? Or are you going to see, come the next week, a little bit of consolidation or a micro pullback to $4.20 and then going? Okay, this definitely could happen. Typically, when you get this, kind of candle structure within a lot of momentum, very, very violent, huge at a big level, you're going to see the breakout. But typically, the buyers will, within this rejection and this large wick, candle structure with a very small body. This is a doji candle. Very common phenomenon for your more consolidation to occur for the microanalysis. So over the next 2 days, 3 days, would make sense to actually just sit here from $4.80 from that $4.20 level and kind of just jump between the two. If you did get that, you get, one or two more of these guys being that indecisive doji candle, this very strong bullish bias, and buyers that have dominated bringing liquidity within the market will step back up for likely some form of a bull flag scenario, giving a breakout towards this more long-term structure. As of right now, there's a very obvious spot where sellers have been located at these highs, forming these very sharp descending movements. I do not think that the trend will continue with these technical signals we've seen within the volume profile. Very strong presence within the bulls, and ultimately respecting that $3 level to a cent, giving that false breakdown scenario. You did see a pretty nice $3 liquidity sweep here, momentarily jolting beneath for 1 day, giving that liquidity sweep. Very nice movement. And now I do think we likely will sit here for a few days and get that upside right back towards $5.70, $6, come likely within the next 2 weeks. So on the hourly, this is such a beautiful image within the stock price. I mean, clearly seeing that calm before the storm on the hourly here, just very thin price actions, getting that drop down, but nothing too eventful here. Very thin, dry liquidity. Then you start to see out of nowhere just this very strong buyer presence push up with about 12, 13 hours here, guys. Just green. Very impressive buyer money here. Making a really nice statement. Then they get very tight within this bull flag structure on the hourly, giving a pop and a breakout. Massive upside has occurred. And as of right now, we are stemming down from that big movement and consolidating down with these lower highs. So this definitely does set up for the hourly, for that daily perspective. Maybe 1 day or two, moving to as high as about 4 or 5 days, where we could see stock price off this monster move here actually just base a little bit. Chop around, get that next big movement, and then once you see that ultimate breakout back over that $4.80 level, guys, where we're going to $6, right? To $7. There is a lot of upside here. 2-day pullback or sitting at this level and getting a little bit of marination at this more long-term daily massive, bull flag breakout here, and then getting that breakout come likely Wednesday, Thursday for that upside back over $5, then pushing towards $6 come the next 2 weeks. Very strong chart here from Richtech Robotics. It's a double thumbs up from me despite a very big pullback. If you guys found any value in the video today, consider dropping a sub and a like. We'll continue to monitor and track Richtech Robotics about 1 to 2 times per week. Have a good one, guys. Take care. Trade smart.